Hi there, this is John Wilker with Leader of the Pack Marketing, and I wanted to make a quick video to show a video analysis of a particular site and show the problems that are similar to the ones on your site. So let's start with this. The internet's about what you say about yourself and what the internet says about you, and that breaks down into content, the content you talk about yourself. Citations is your authority on the web, meaning where your name and address, all your little billboards, your name and address and phone number is placed all over the web. And then very importantly is backlinks. Backlinks are other sites on the web that are pointing back to your site. And the more power those sites have pointing back to you, the more authority you get on yours from your site in Google's eyes, and they move you up in the rankings. Okay, so let's start with an example here so we can have some context of how this actually works. If you put Michael Jordan in the Google section here for a search, you would think an NBA team might come up, but actually a Wikipedia page comes up. And I use this example a lot, but because it really spells out what's going on. Wikipedia has become the authority for Michael Jordan. The reason is, as you can visibly see, they have content about Michael Jordan all throughout, page after page after page. They have links going out and they have links coming in. So they become the authority in Google's eyes as far as Michael Jordan's concerned. So we have to shrink that down into a level for local businesses as well, because the same rules apply, just on a smaller scale. No, we don't have to have 50 pages on your site to rank, but we do need to know what your competition's doing and have more content than they do. And if you don't, you're kind of buried back on page 3. And let's get an example of that. This would be a local company. I just pulled this out of a hat, and they were on ranked in the 30. Birmingham Plumber, and ranked 30th, page 3. And if you're not on page 1, you're really not doing much good for your business online. People don't see you. The phone doesn't ring because of it. And a lot of businesses believe that the internet's useless because of that. Well, I want to tell you that if you get this part of it right, the dollars that are involved for getting it right, it's easy street. So let's look at this site real quick and analyze what's going on. Large pictures, a good photograph and all. They have a call to action, but it doesn't look like it's mobile friendly here. I mean, you can't click it. And as you can see, the content is sparse. If we went under services and well, let's go to the service page real quick and see if they have additional pages. Okay, hold on a moment. Sorry about the delay. Here we go. See, we have here, it's just a list of services. If we're going to take the Michael Jordan approach in Wikipedia, we're going to have content and lots of it under each one of these topics. Because this site wants to be the authority in Google's eyes. And, you know, this business should be ranked up first on Google's pages. So we're going to do a little analysis with some tools that we have. And we did this with this one, Stevens Plumbing. It has an 8 out of 100 as domain authority, which is kind of weak, meaning in Google's eyes, they're not a very strong authority considering their domain. And their domain is just their URL, their address for their site, I'll back up, stevensplumbing.com. Okay, and then back to this. Your page authority as well is low. It's on 19 to 100. We need to get that up in the 40s and 50 range to make this each page on your site be an authority for each one of the services that you offer. Okay, let's go to the next tool, show you a few other things on the analysis. Here's a problem I came up with and found, which is pretty serious. The error rate on your name, address, and phone number, which also are called votes in my eyes, they're called citations as well, where they're listed, we're getting a 51 error rate. You might say, oh, well, some of these are actually the right address, but there's not consistency. There has to be consistency all over the web. Some of these say, well, wrong phone number. Um, and It does not allow Google to see this as an authority. If your name, address, and phone number is done correctly and exactly the same all over the web, to put it bluntly, Google finds you to be a serious player and they give you points for such things. So this has to be done. I do this type of work. So if you need any help in that area or you can outsource it, it's just something that's got to be done. I did a little search for that plumber that we were just discussing and just put plumber Birmingham to see the ranking. It's a very common search term. And it came up to be in 30th position. And it's very frustrating for a business to be ranked that far back because they realize that all the businesses in front of him are stealing money out of his pocket, basically. But the real key is if you're really on page one and in the first position, it totally transforms your business. And I want to give you an example of a site that we worked with that happens to. It's Who Are Eating here, and we used all the techniques, kind of the example we gave you in the Wikipedia for Michael Jordan. Lots of content, lots of keywords embedded within the content, and also the phone address and phone number are consistent all over the web, which would be considered a citation. And when Google sees this with their little spiders that they send out to look at websites, when they see consistency, they see content, they see backlinks, meaning websites referring back to you, votes from other sites referring to your site, they consider you authority and move you up in the rankings. And here's the clear example. That site right here is ranked number one in the Hoover area here in Birmingham over all the rest of the sites. And people go, okay, well, so what? First place. Well, if you're actually in the first position, what it means is anybody in Hoover or in surrounding Hoover is going to see this site first and click on it. And I'll give you an example of a site we did with a lawn service. These are the consistent calls they get on a daily basis, and these are contracts a lot of times for year-long contracts with in the thousands of dollar range if you add up each time they service these yards. So you do this as a business owner, and you are going to have a consistent flow without having to advertise. These are organically listed rankings from Google and also on the map sites as we showed before. So it's just very important, very important. I wanted to really go over that with you. Here's another key search term for that business as well. HVAC repair Hoover, first place. So you have to do research on what the keywords that people use to search for your business and target those keywords within your site, and then have the internet say good things about you. So I'd like you to extrapolate the information I've given you on this video and apply it to your site. Think of it in these terms. Let's say you were getting the calls that I showed in the earlier part of the video, and you're a plumber and your average ticket's worth $250. Well, if you get 10 extra calls a day because you're ranked in the map section or organically, and you close 4 of them, that's an extra $1,000 in gross income a day, and that could really make a difference in a business's life. So how about you give me a call if you'd like a free analysis of your site instead of this example. I'd be happy to do it for you, and then maybe we can get on the phone call and come up with a strategy for your particular business to get you ranked and have the dollars actually coming into your pocket instead of your competitors. Again, my name is John Wilker with Leader of the Pack Marketing. Call the number on the screen or send me an email, and I'll be happy to help you out. Have a good day.